What if the fact that you're still struggling doesn't mean you're failing at healing? Hi there, I'm Amanda. Welcome to my channel, Mindfully Amanda, and here I talk about all things emotional, relational, and spiritual health. Here's the thing. When we start on our healing journey, we normally have ideas about how quickly we should reach from point A to point B. Feeling this way to feeling a different way. And we have an idea of what fixing the problem or addressing the issue or feeling better looks like. And then life comes in and has its own way of dealing a different deck of cards than we were anticipating. Oftentimes, whether because of expectations we have on ourselves or expectations from the people around us, we often think healing should go quickly now that I know these things, or now that I've discovered there's a problem, or now that I have insight into this issue. And we put these expectations on ourselves that it has to happen in a certain time frame, otherwise it must not be working. It can be really discouraging when you feel like you've started out, you're making progress, and then boom, something happens and you are right back where you started. Something triggered you. You had a memory and it led to a meltdown, or you were in a moment and you lost control again, or you experienced something and all those emotions flooded right back in. That can feel so confusing when you're trying to get to the next point where these things don't affect you in that same way anymore, and you're trying to move on, and you're taking intentional steps and making effort to do the things that you feel you need to in order to reach healing, and it just is like taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back over and over again. That is so normal. Can I just encourage you with that? That is a normal healing human experience. There is nothing wrong with you if that is something that you're feeling and going through right now. Here's the thing. Human beings are incredibly complex. We have a lot going on internally, intrinsically in our bodies, as well as externally in our circumstances, our situations, our surroundings, our environments. And everything that's going on has an effect on us, and that's real, and that's normal. And when we think that healing is supposed to be in a straight line, it can be really demoralizing, because we are moving from a place that we don't really want to be anymore, but we're not really sure how to get to the next place, and we're somewhere in between, and we feel like we're making progress, and then the thing happens that makes us feel like we have not changed at all, and there's no growth happening, and nothing is different. So your emotions, your nervous system, which means the thing that's controlling the responses in your body, which is attached to your brain and the thoughts that you have, and also the subconscious parts of your mind that are running at all times, even without our awareness, trying to keep us safe. Those things are contributing to where we're at now. And our relationships are also contributing to where we're at now. Our beliefs, our experiences with the people around us, our experiences with the world outside of us. All of these things require their own level of healing. And that is not said to overwhelm you. It's meant to validate you in healing is no joke, okay? you are working on something that matters, and there's a lot involved. It's not just, the same as putting coffee grinds in a coffee pot in the morning and pressing the button, and 3 minutes later, the coffee's brewed. It is so much more complex and intricate than that, because you are intricate. You are complex, and that is a beautiful thing. It means that we can experience the world in so many broad colors and swaths like a coffee pot could not, That's a silly example, but I'm trying to get to the point that each part of our lives is healing while we heal. And each part may require a different amount of time to heal completely. Again, that's not to discourage anyone. That's just to say, hey, if it feels like it's taking a little bit longer in this area or in this relationship or in this environment or this situation where I feel uncomfortable again or whatever, that's okay. That doesn't disqualify the healing that's still going on in other areas. So, another point of important information is that if you have an awareness now that you didn't have previously about yourself, about external situations, about how you relate to people, about your emotions, about your thought processes, about your personality, all these things, that is huge. That's progress. Awareness is 80% of the battle. Most people walk through life totally unaware of themselves and how they contribute, and unaware of other people and how they affect each other. They're just walking through life totally oblivious, and they can do a lot of damage that way. I'm sure you probably have experienced that. So I know I have. And when you are aware, that is when things start to change. Awareness is the game changer, okay? I just want to be so clear on that. Healing does not mean forgetting. Healing does not mean forgetting everything that ever happened. I just want to debunk that lie right there. And healing does not mean never being triggered, okay? Healing means if we are triggered, we now can have awareness for, okay, what about that situation was triggering to me? Not for shame, not for judgment, not for self-condemnation, just awareness, just noticing. Oh, I was affected by that, legitimately, and that's okay. Everybody's affected by different things. Sometimes we're affected by the same things. And, all right, now that I know I'm affected by that, what parts of that specifically contributed to me feeling this way? That is a huge, huge milestone moment of, all right, this thing happened, here's how I felt, and these are the things that led up to me feeling that way. That's like, when we can learn how to do that, even if it's after the fact, even if it's after we've become triggered, that gives our brain a roadmap to move through instead of just, here's the event, boom, triggered. There's no awareness, there's no understanding, there's no reflection on that moment, and you just go through life getting triggered by stuff and not even knowing what's happening. So that's where the difference is. If you are feeling like, my healing journey is not going as quickly as I wanted it to, how can I feel like my healing is actually progressing? Ask yourself. Is there anything that is different about me from where I was 6 months ago? If you can't think of anything, that's okay. Take your time. Is there anything that's different about me from where I was a year ago? Is there anything different about me from where I was 5 years ago? I would bet money that the answer is yes. And then, be specific about it. What is different about me from the person I was a year ago, 5 years ago? And celebrate those things. You don't have to throw a party about it. You could. That would be awesome. But notice it and acknowledge yourself for that. Say, I am different in these ways. Because that's important too. It's like giving the brain, almost like a cookie. It's like giving your brain a cookie and saying, look at this thing that we did. It's like getting a gold star on your homework in elementary school, where it's like, boop, you did that thing. That was so awesome of you. Oh my gosh, we didn't used to know how to do that thing, and now we do. So allow that for yourself. What we celebrate, we can recreate. Okay, that's important. It's something that allows the brain to say, oh, I like that feeling. That was nice. Let's do that again. Let's figure out how we can do that again and make that happen more often. And that's how healing becomes less of a chore and less of a, oh, I've got to like really intentionally plan every move I make out, to becoming second nature. Because your brain, once practiced, it doesn't become perfect. No, ma'am, we do not say that. Practice does not make perfect. Throw that saying in the trash. But practice makes progress. And that's what we're going for. A little bit of progress, incrementally. And over time, those small increments of progress add up to something more. So, thank you for tuning in today. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I'm going to keep rolling out videos about emotional, relational, and spiritual health. And I would love for you to interact with me and this community and to grow together. Let's go side by side on our healing journeys. You don't have to do it alone. I'll catch you next time. This has been Mindfully Amanda.